Applause for Jess Hilarious!
Oh, thank you.
Hey y'all, hey, what's up? What's going on, y'all? Happy Juneteenth, beautiful black people. I love to see it. I love to see it. Oh my God. And listen, y'all give it up one more time for Michelle. This woman has so many accolades, so many achievements, and I love this. I love this.
I love you. I love you. And now, today, coming here, you've even blessed us with another notch on your belt.
Yes.
Another credit on your resume as an author.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us about your beautiful, your wonderful book that we're all gonna purchase out here, right?
Well, I appreciate it, y'all. So I wrote a co-parenting memoir because the reason why I did it, it's called So Death Do We Parent, and the reason why I did write a co-parenting memoir, and the reason that the time right now is perfect for it is because it's been a stigma put on families, especially black families, that when two parents break up and they no longer go forward in their relationship, that we just can't operate effectively to raise our children. And we can do it. We can do that. We can love the people. We can love the fathers and the mothers that we once loved to make the child, to raise the child. Even if we are not together, it can be a different type of bond. It can be a different type of family. And so me and my son's father, who are now best friends, and it wasn't always like that, y'all. We came to a few blows and all of that, but we wanted to provide a piece of literature for our families, black families, because we can stay together. My son is here. The book is mainly about him, his father, and me, just being a united front, raising him together. Even when it didn't look too promising, we still provided that great foundation so our son can grow up with a bright future.
So
Thank you.
all right, so one of the questions that I wanted to know just with that, because we have so many black women, black families that are going through the same thing you did, and you writing the book on it, what would you say was the most challenging part in that struggle to get you and your child's father together to say, hey, we're gonna do this, without giving too much away that we have to read the book?
Yeah, no, I when I met my son's father, I thought that I was gonna marry him and we were gonna have just more than my son. And I thought that, I'm gonna marry him, we're gonna be together. I thought that he was gonna go to the NBA, but he wasn't that good, y'all, so, whatever. But either way, that was my mindset. And once I realized that it wasn't working, Jerome is his name. He got a baby daddy name, don't he, Lord? Once me and Jerome realized that we weren't great in a relationship together, we both had to change our mindset. The most complicated thing that I had to do was swallow my pride and give him grace. I had to accept that we weren't going to be together and let it go so we can move forward then for our child, right? Because it wasn't about us anymore. It wasn't about us when I gave birth to my son. It was about our son, but it really wasn't about my baby daddy, and to him, it wasn't about my baby mama. It was literally about raising our child. And so that was the hardest thing I had to do, was to try to get past how much he had hurt me, because I was trying to show up and be bitter, and show him that I could hurt him like he hurt me. But ultimately that hurts your child, because kids are like sponges, and my son at a very young age was absorbing my negative energy. And when he started acting up in school and talking back to me and being defiant, I was trying to figure out where it came from, not even realizing it came from me. It's coming from his father. We're regurgitating this energy to him, and he's absorbing it and then regurgitating it in school, in church, with other adults, and at home. And we just had to figure that out. But we did. Once we did, we sat down and it was like, listen, it's not about you, it's not about me. We got to figure this out for him, because he's going to grow up and he's going to have all types of things to tell us about ourselves that we don't like. So we got to change how we show up for him and around him.
Said, how did you, being a mom and juggling all that and dealing with other women around your child, how do you work that out?
So in the beginning, it was a problem. It was a problem for me, because Jerome would be with somebody. He would have like a different girlfriend or a different friend that he just talking to like every other week, So when in the beginning, when I was much younger, I was still operating out of my feelings very much. So it bothered me a lot. But I will say, that man has never put my son or any of his other children in harm's way. You know, none of the women that he has dated or he actually was in a relationship with have caused any harm to my son. Actually, they love my son, everybody, right? So as I got older and the relationship progressed, you know, with me and my son's father being best friends, I was able to meet everybody. At first, I was in a place where I was like, no, I don't want her around my son. I'm not trying to meet her, blah, blah, blah. But once I got out of my feelings, I was like, what's wrong with it? If she's going to be around my child, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whichever girl it is this month, then I have to meet everybody. Because you can't control who the co-parent has around your kids because you're not there 24/7. Especially if y'all not together, you just have to trust that everything goes right until something happens, you know. But nothing ever happened like that, so I'm fine with it. He's never given me an issue. None of his girlfriends or I don't know, potential girlfriends or whatever has ever given me a problem with my son.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Thank God, because I know that's not everybody's story. Some people, you know, you just can't trust everybody around your children. You cannot.
Now you said that he has other children too.
Jerome has 5 children.
Okay, so how does that work with your son and his other brothers and his other siblings? Do they come? Do they, you know, because it's a package deal. I'm from that kind of a family. So
Yes. And
12 of us.
Oh my God, right? And it's a lot, you know, but it could be a very beautiful thing. See, Jerome, my son was the firstborn, and then thereafter came 4 children. I treat all of Rome's children like they're my kids too. It's like not a blended family from the aspect of like them looking at me as their bonus mom. Not that at all. They know I'm Ashton's mother, but I love on his siblings when they come over, just like their moms love on my son. Like I do not like the baby mama club thing, but me and Rome's other children's mothers, we all come together. We get the kids together. We talk. Now listen, I fought one of them though. Yeah, I had to beat her up. This was early back in the day, because if she was coming at me, I didn't like the way she was coming at me, so I came for her, you know. But now we're all, you know, we're all adults where everybody has their own business. Everybody is much more mature, and we all got one thing in common. Neither one of us want Rome anymore. So we're all friends. Our children are very close. And it's a beautiful family dynamic. And Ashton has always been very hands-on as the older brother with his other siblings. He has 2 sisters and 2 brothers. And well, now I have a new baby, but just talking about his father's children, he's always had that big brother mentality. He's always been a great big brother. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
That's a hell of a balancing act right there.
Yes, it is.
And with you saying that
Thank you.
You fought one of the baby's mothers, I don't want to just focus on that. So where are you from? You're not from Newark, because that's
no, I'm not. I'm not from Newark. Although I love Newark. I'm
everybody
from
doesn't
Baltimore.
know. Okay, I want her to hear B-more.
Yup, I'm from Baltimore. But you know what I do love about Newark? Listen, I can get crabs from up here. I can get some blue steamed crabs from here. It's a guy that that I know that called up hey girl, what's going on, boo? Because y'all know me being from Baltimore, we love some steamed blue crabs. And I was scared when I moved up here in Jersey City. I was like, I can't find no crabs. And then Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club was like, no, they be selling them in Newark. It's a guy I go to. And I was like, oh my God. So I be getting crabs from Newark. Child, I love me some Newark. If I can get some crabs, it's like a little piece of home that reminds me, a little piece of Newark that reminds me of home.
We just love it. We love your energy. We love everything about you. But moving on, going back onto the family dynamic. Yeah. So now you moved on and you're married and you have a new baby too. Yes. Okay. So now this is another energy that's entered into the act. Like your husband, Jerome, Ashton, girl from Baltimore. How smoothly was that transition? Was your husband accepted or of your marriage? Like when you got married, was he a little salty? Was he like,
Well,
ain't nobody gonna love you like I did?
You know what? So look, he been stopped thinking like that, to be honest with you. But I think because, and I talk about this in the book, me and my son's father are so close. I didn't realize until I met my husband, who was just my boyfriend at the time, that Rome had too much access to me. And I had to put boundaries in place. You know, me and my son's father would hang out, we would travel together. It wouldn't just be us two, it would be like a group of friends, or, you know, I'm a comedian, so I'm on the road. There would be times he would fly to different cities I would do shows in, and he's familiar with my team. My mother is like a mother figure to him because he lost his mom at such a young age. So Rome is embedded and very rooted in my family and my friend group and everything. So when I got married, it kind of, my husband had to draw a line in the sand for me, right? Because he was like, listen, I'm all for you and your son's father being close, being cool, and all of that type of stuff. I love that. I don't believe that y'all have to hate each other or be beefing or whatever, right? But he has way too much access to you. He should not be calling you at 12 o'clock at night while you laying in the bed with me to tell you about a situation that he's having with a girl. Like, no. I mean, I understand that y'all are best friends, but nah, I can't do that. You know, and I had to really think about it like, damn, nah, he's right. My son's father has a lot of access to me because I don't look at him as just my son's father. I look at him like a brother, a best friend, a homie, everything, you know. But I also realized that's why previous relationships didn't work as well. Because girl, I would, me and that little boy was in the house, no lights, no power, no nothing. His father could have helped me. He didn't choose to. He chose not to do that. He was out there living his life. What did I do? I made a way every day. You know, I prayed. And sometimes even when you don't want to pray, you got to. Even when you feel like, man, God ain't hearing me. Man, I'm one of many that this is happening to. So I'm just going to blend in with everybody else who don't get no answers. No, listen. We are this way because of who we are, what's embedded in us. You know what I mean? We get up every day and no, we don't figure it out. We don't have all the answers. We don't got the money. I have not always been what you're looking at right now, girl. And I'm telling you, sometimes I miss those days. What I miss about those days was making it happen, making something out of nothing. And that's how I got here, making something out of nothing. Girl, money is just something that can go. You know what I mean? But what got me through it was my kids, my son. You know, I remember going to steal all the candles from Dollar General, girl. I ain't had no lights, I ain't had no air, I ain't had nothing, you know? But my baby, as long as he was safe, and he wasn't afraid of the dark, and he never asked me, why are we struggling? No, because I never showed him that it affected us. Although I would cry myself to sleep, girl, I miss those days because that's what made Jess Hilarious, who Jess Hilarious is. And that's why I say what I want to say. And that's why I represent all of our black women. Whether you like me or not, I was you before. You know what I mean? Keep on going.
Yeah. Okay, come on, Pooh.
Hi, young man. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. What's up?
May I have a picture of you?
Yes, you can. He's so cute. That's the question that you had for me?
Yes.
Okay, yes. You can have one with me, right?
You got your camera? And she'll take pictures with the show. And while we're waiting on that, I want to just give a round of applause for black people in general. We take nothing and make something out of it all the time. And thanks Source of Knowledge for being a black-owned bookstore that's still here, that provides opportunities for everybody in this city. They give books, they give lectures, they give love, they give everything. And that's so, Masani and Patrice, please stand up. Where are you? Chanel.
I love you.
Yes. Give these women, y'all gotta give it to them.
Yes.
The only black-owned bookstore around. I don't know if you know other ones around here. I know Source of Knowledge though. We know Source of Knowledge.
I want to give a big shout out to that lovely queen right there because she is the reason that I'm here. I met her at my book signing. Miss Patrice. I met her at my book signing at Rutgers University at Black Writers Weekend a few months ago. And she told me, she was like, I have the only black-owned bookstore in Newark, New Jersey. I said, Newark, that's where I get my crabs from. Girl, I got to come to your store. And so she was like, no, for real. We're doing something on Juneteenth. And I was like, wow, that's so powerful. And so I love you. I appreciate you, because I would not be here on the stage to talk to my beautiful brothers and sisters if it wasn't for you coming to see me at that event. So thank you. Yeah.